what you just saw a second ago was the entrance to the lower Muskogee. I forget what it's called. It's not a reservation. I don't know. It's their property. It's about 600 acres that belongs to the Muskogee Nation. And it is where my bride's dad is an elder of the lower Muskogee people here. I'm not looking for politically correct terms. I'm looking for a way to describe it because I forgot the official name. So what I'm doing, since we cannot record or take pictures of what's going on today, simply out of respect for the people, because they don't want that to happen. It's not an open day where tons of visitors just come in or people come in to watch the ceremony. I'm gonna go into Thomasville, Georgia, and look around for a minute, because my bride and Geronimo are supposed to be at the ceremony by 8. Here's the kicker. Oh, here we go. Here's Cherokee Park. There's a lot I want to tell you, but I want to do it with respect and care and honor of the Muskogee people. And on the flip side, be clear about truth. But let's go look at Thomasville, Georgia. I'm hoping it's an old school looking town with maybe tops 3 alligators in any waterway we find. Oh, well, what I was going to say, they're supposed to be there in about 15 minutes, and they are still laying in bed at the hotel. They're tired. But it's okay. I'm not a big fan of them participating in the ceremony today, because it is 100% a Muskogee spiritual type religious event. And of course we're Christians, and that's who we are. So let's go look in this town. I started this video with no introduction. That's okay, that's the way I do it. I went to I rode through McDonald's this morning and ordered what I ordered, and the guy just could not understand what I was saying. Not because he didn't speak English, but because he wasn't paying attention. And he started arguing with me, and he said, well, I just asked you that, and you said this, and I said, and I'm trying to find my inner niceness. I'm trying to remind myself to not take into account a wrong suffered. I'm trying to remind myself to think before I speak. And I failed. And I just missed my turn. I said, just forget it. You're an idiot, dude. Isn't that terrible? After I just get done saying we're Christians. Oh, look. The streets are brick. Okay, this is pretty cool. I got bit on the face by a mosquito. Okay, this is a neat little town. Check it out. When you come this far south in Georgia, oh, check out that little beauty of a 4Runner. When you come this far south in Georgia, there is nothing outside of this town. We have been in thousands of acres of pecan tree fields. I don't know if it's called an orchard, but okay, we're gonna park right I'm sorry, I'm trying to pay attention. It's early still. I'm looking around still. I want to get out and show you stuff. I don't think there's going to be a town creek here because it's 99% sand around here. Pecan trees and corn. Corn is the word I was searching for. And the funny part is, corn is what this is. It is not a festival, as he explained to me. It is a ceremony, and I understand the difference. Ceremony is specifically for the people, the Muskogee people, and festival is for you to bring children and dogs. So let's look at this town. There's an otter. That's Ollie the otter. David Turner was the sculptor in 2005. Believe it or not, there are otters in the tiny creek next to my home. Look at this little town. Isn't it cool? You need to wipe your face off? Okay, sorry. Is that better? So here we are. Look at that beauty right there. So this is downtown Thomasville. In this direction and coming back the other direction. There must be somewhere to work around here because there are joggers right there and people on bikes and this dude on his Overland motorcycle. Check out that apartment up there on top. That's pretty cool. So it's a pretty neat town. I don't know how old it is. I don't even know how old I am. This is walking down this way. Still there's an apartment up there with one pigeon. Thomasville County Sheriff. The Pine Top Protector. That's pretty cool. See, that would sit on the corner in my hometown about 30 minutes. And somebody would break it off and take it home. This is the world's tiniest lab, as you can see. This is The Legend Lives On by Walt Madian, sculptor. Check it out, isn't it cool? I don't know if it's bronze or if it's just simply iron out here. So no one will have a desire to try to harvest it. So we're gonna head back up to North Broad and go, I don't know which way you wanna go. We'll go right or left. I did not know there were sculptures everywhere. So we're gonna go check it out. That is some sunshine on my shoulders. This corner was brightened for many years by the presence of a beloved citizen of Thomasville. It's pretty neat to go to a town in the early morning where there's not many people out. Oddly enough, it's not that early. There are little gnats here. Little? There's one on my hand right there, see them? There are so many. It is almost unbearable. But I've gotten used to it. If you hold your hand over your head when you're standing still, they will all go to your hand and not in your face, in your ears and eyes. This is Liberty by Sandy Proctor, sculptor, 2005. They've even taken into consideration the importance of a mosquito hatchery in this town. Small cakes, a cupcakery. Sounds like I wrote that sign. Proof we're in South Georgia, as you see pine trees. If you live much further north of this, don't put a pine tree in your yard. I mean God, what are they called? What are those trees called? I forgot. They're not pine trees. They are, I think it starts with a P. And as usual in South Georgia, you will have some of that. Palm is the word I was thinking of. Thank you. I heard you. I do not know what this place is, but it is bright. And it's kind of neat looking. And it has the BSM, which is a Blue Star Memorial. It looks like we can go over there and swish for pennies in that fountain, but I'm not sure. Oh my goodness, I don't know what this place is, but it's pretty interesting. When you teach your kids to break down words into pieces and sound them out a piece of the word at a time, do not do it with the word assessor or assistance. Here is a statue of someone with no head. I want to go there and look at it, but I don't know if I'm allowed to touch grass. Fun facts, Thomasville County. Thomas County was created 1825, I'm going to paraphrase, by General Jet Thomas, 1812 hero. 1812. It's not as old as I thought it would be, although that's kind of old. True, this is a parasitic and not a symbiotic relationship, but oddly enough, the trees still live sometimes a few hundred years. You can Google that fun fact if you desire. If you have ever wanted to walk down the middle of Broad Street in a town, this is the time to do it. Right now. There are a lot of bells going on. There's some to my right and some to my left. Proof I'm in Thomasville, Georgia, by the big water tank. Josie James, Jogo Capital, Jojo B. Wonkas, Jojo be there. His daughter's booty cue. Hey girl, did you know? Look at this Jeep. And look at that dog. Can I put the dog? Let's say you want to find a real dog. So you find an old Willie's. Hello, puppy. Check it out. Only in Thomasville. I remember when Willie the Wonka went to get some sweet cacao at Chocolates and Coffee. Back before they made the movie, that's the only place he could find it. The sweet cacao. Back down the road, you got his daughter's booty cue. And up a little closer this way, you have the farmer's daughter who feeds the farmer's dog at the taste room. And you got this large egret right here. It's actually kind of small, but watch my strut. Lisa Hutto, Texas sculptor. You just sound out the big words. It is quite early for rolling the Scooby-Dooby, but that Chevy truck right there is rolling. Believe me. You believe me? The gift shop. That's pretty neat. And then you've got Alley Boutique. I think we looked at their Alley B Boutique. We looked at that one already, but at the top it says 1882. It seems like yesterday. So I really take the time to think and relish the moment as I come down here to Farm Shop. The farmer's daughter, back by his daughter's boutique by the Roost, is where the farmer's dog gets his groceries. I'm not sure what a grassroots coffee would taste like. I thought it was a bean. Guess the animal. Willie Witten sculptor. This is Max. Max is another tiny dog. This is the part where you get dizzy. This is Tosac, Thomasville on Stage and Company, where you can find Nemo. And let's say you're looking for a little OPS. Those are other people's shoes. You can find them right here at Kathy's Shoes. Just open your eyes, they say. This little sculptor was made in Albertville, Alabama. Fun fact that I never knew, that those things were made not far from where I have a base camp. This is a pretty doggone cool little town. I have to say that myself because I'm the one talking. If I say so myself, then I'm probably the one that said it. This little girl looked back when she was told not to, so she turned to metal. Handle with care, Sandy Crocker. We've seen Sandy's name before, haven't we? Alright, that's kind of a cool sign. Jim's Jewelry Repair. He's got a little ring, he's got a necklace, and a watch that's stuck on 15 till 12. It's 15 to 12. My kids do not understand what that means. It has been a long time since I have seen a little kid on a bicycle all by himself out riding around. I want to show him to you, but he caught me staring at him. Never mind, I was wrong. He is not out riding by himself. He is riding with his family. I do miss my kids when they were that little. We're back at South Life, the bookshelf, the mode, manufactured leather goods, and there he goes on the strata. They put this sign up for me, these words: read, relax, explore. I guess that's better than live, laugh, love. At least it encourages you to get up and get out. Believe it or not, I think that's a wrap on Thomasville. But that is a really cool looking FJ. Maybe there's something else to look at around Thomasville. We'll take some side roads if you're feeling it. I know what you're thinking. That's probably one of the nicest FJs I've ever seen. And I'm eating a couple of times. Because that's just what I do for breakfast. If we were 200 or so miles north, we could go down this hill away from the main town, off of the brick roads. Hold it now, wait. If we turn right here, there's some pretty cool stuff. We got the old Heritage Creek Sporting Goods on the left. But my point was, if you keep going downtown, especially from the water tower, past Block Pam, or B-Pam if you will, that's the Bloach Piano and Music Store, and you head down, you know why I'm going down, right? Because that's where water goes. Water goes downhill. You can cheat and use Google Maps, or you can just go downhill from any town. If the hill's on a ridge like this. If the hill's in a hole, then there you go. This reminds me of Otterberg and Otterbach in Germany, although the streets are about 10 times as wide. We're starting to go back uphill again. We've got to turn around. Hold on for a second. I know. So go back up here and turn left on OAC. We're going to get off West Jackson and turn left on OAC and keep going downhill. And most likely this is going to turn and carry us back uphill again. Okay, there's a slight grade to the left. I got a feeling there's no water anywhere around us until we get back to the ceremony grounds. Hold it now, wait. Look at this. Little Chateau de Blois. And there is water. We're about to have a look around. Neighborhood Crime Watch. I don't know why they would just watch crime. I would be a little more proactive with Tenactin. Let's pretend like I said, hey, you want to get in this water in South Georgia and look for something? I guarantee you this, I would not get in that funky Comedana. But it looks like it's danged up behind us, so let's walk up slow, see if we see any animals. Walk up slow, be quiet, and they all run when you look over. Now, I'd probably get in there and go upstream. I wouldn't go downstream. So we're an hour into this journey, roughly. That doesn't, you know, of course I didn't record it all on this little piece of plastic and little pieces of metal that I'm riding around with. But I think my bride is getting a little breakfast. Geronimo's probably still sucking all the air out of her pillow. And we are going to head back towards the hotel. We're on Madison, A1A Detroit Avenue. Hey, that's a neat little town. Neat as in clean and nice. I just don't know how you get rid of all these little gnats. I guess once you go deep, you go deep. There's a dog making a little TT in the street. No, he didn't take out a napkin and sop it up. He just left it. If I was a dogivist, not as a dog activist, then I would probably still mind my own business. That's okay. Yellow means go faster. Let's see, we turn right here. The Plaza restaurant says we cater in-house. That means you can come and eat there. I helped him out with that sign because that's what I do. Miss Kitty's now open. Hey, there's Bob and Jeff's Ega. My name's Jet. So now we have obviously left the quaint, cute little downtown. And remember, shop local. Because when you shop local, you keep independent small town business owners wealthy while you pay twice as much for something you could order online. Now that wasn't nice at all. I know. So back up and delete that part because it wasn't nice, even though it was true. It was not nice. Now the actual truth is, if you want to see quaint little downtowns in business and not dried up and gone away, and every store empty and windows busted out and doors broken into, then you should shop local. Because I love that stuff. I can't afford anything in a quaint little downtown place, but I'm glad that other people can. That way I can go make videos of your cool little towns. So we're going to pass the Cold Keepers. That is a place where they raise penguins and they put them back out in the wild down on the just a little further south over the Florida state line. They let them go and they'll swim back to the Arctic through Paraguay. I think. I'm not 100% sure. Thanks for watching my videos. But before we go, I want you to see that dude on his lawnmower. He's heading looking for work. That's pretty cool. Now we're done. Thanks for watching my videos. Alright, the video's still not over. There's Geronimo, there's my bride. So we just went to the entire lower Muskogee. Oh my gosh, I forgot what it's called again.
I can tell you, hold on. I think I
Lower Muskogee. It's the green corn. Oh, I gotta turn. Ceremony. It is not a festival. And I said something earlier about the Spanish moss on a tree, that it is parasitic and kills the tree. I was wrong. It gets its air and nutrients from the air and the wind and the rain and all that. It does not.
I asked about?
It is not. Yeah, it does not kill the tree. So that's the end of it. So are you still looking for it?
Yeah. Let me look. It was called the Lower
Muskogee.
How you spell Muskogee?
M-U-S-K, like a musk turtle.
Okay, Lower Muskogee Creek Tribe.
That's where we've been all day long. Thanks for watching my videos. It's like Zay Dave, ain't it? Like the video just started over. I decided to go ahead and incorporate, what you know, they're one of a kind? Woman. So this is what Thomasville looks like with people. They're everywhere. There's people. There's people on bicycles. There's people on tricycles. And
Smells good.
we want to see it. We want to eat something. G-Wagon, 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 Auto While pulling up. I got a lot of toys. 720S, pump a ball out boy. Yeah. So this is what it looks like with people driving around town. We stood in the street this morning down there, and there was nobody. Everybody was asleep. We're looking for a place to eat. We went to Jonah's, but we're not feeling fish or grits. We went to the record store, but we did not make the perch. Okay, we have chosen the tavern. And when we get done, we're gonna go across the street. Oh, they're in makeout mode down there. Bro's falling in love.
It is.
We just finished at the tavern. What do y'all think? So?
It was good.
It's good? Okay, thank you for shopping here. It's over. We're done. We're leaving Thomasville and going back north. So it's officially thanks for watching our video.